Folks, good evening. Hope you had a fabulous trading day. Today, I wanted to quickly make this video on what is happening with the indices today. Just to recap, it closed in a very interesting way. Definitely, let us look at that and how we can position ourselves for tomorrow and for the coming weeks. Before I get started, I wanted to just bring up this disclaimer. All the information presented in this video is for educational purposes only. You can use this information for your trading needs. However, you're solely responsible for your trading decisions. Also, I would highly appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button by hitting the bell button and provide some valuable feedback so that we can create the content that could be of more useful to you. Okay. Having taken care of that, let's get into the charts. So today SPY, it was an interesting thing. Yesterday, if you look at SPY was like getting into the EMA 821 cloud. I will make the screen bigger so that you can see. If you see here, the EMA 821 cloud is here and the Ichimoku cloud is here right below it. So it was able to close above the EMA 821. And then it was like, then today the market went up and it touched this line, which is like almost 563.78. It went very close to it. But the interesting part is it closed above the EMA 821 cloud 2 days above it. So that seems interesting. And if it breaks through this line, then the next line we are talking about is the Bollinger Band, which is around 570. And if we go further, we have the 577. But there is a heavy resistance here for SPY at 563.78. Today, since I had this week calls, I didn't make much money. I sold it when it was here somewhere. So it had 50% loss. But it was okay. Basically, it was better than nothing, right? That's what I felt. So next, I wanted to talk to you about QQQ. QQQ is looking little different. If you look at QQQ, it has closed above the EMA 821 cloud on the weekly. But if you look at on the daily, let me make it bigger for you so that you can see. If I make it, if you see on daily, it has closed inside below the EMA 821 cloud. For example, it is at 470.42. It closed in between. It didn't go below the EMA 821, but it closed below the Ichimoku cloud, which is at 470.99. So this is an interesting thing. So QQQ is very undecided. It's not able to know what it wants to do next. One thing, it looks like the next target, it wants to reach to the top of the cloud. Definitely it is the cloud is turning bearish in the coming days. But will it go up is the question. But I didn't see a big end on the top of the EMA cloud. So it might have some time. So we are not going to see some big highs, but maybe somewhere here or something, it might closer. So that is another thing we want to see. So that is about the QQQ. Next, I want to talk about IWM. IWM had a bullish move here. You see here, it went to the bottom of touched the EMA cloud and it bounced back. But there's a big doji here. It looks like a doji. It's neither a hammer nor a evening star. It looks like a perfect doji. So it is also in a very undecisive state. But definitely what I like about it is it finished 2 days above the EMA cloud. So what is the next target? 223. If it crosses that, we are going for 231. So that's the target. Of all the three indices, I like IWM because it looks very, very bullish. Also today, I found that a lot of stocks, like all the financial stocks are moving. Definitely IWM, Wells Fargo, Citibank, all these stocks are poised to go higher. So that shows that IWM is ready to move higher. Whereas SPY is also looking good in that way. But the only thing, of all the three indices, QQQ looks very weak. So definitely that means it's not a very great time for the semis to go up. And we saw the NVIDIA results. NVIDIA was not able to form an all-time high. It went down. It makes sense, folks. It has been like going up too much, and it needs to come to the bottom of this cloud, which is 114.78. So then it could go up to the top of the cloud, or it could even go down. So that's what it looks like. It is right now hovering around the EMA 821 cloud. Will it bounce from here, or will it go down all the way to 110 and 105? That's what it looks like. So NVIDIA is driving the NASDAQ down, I believe. And even SMCI is like, I had made a video earlier saying that SMCI could bounce back, but it has become really bearish, folks. So the first target for it could be this 50% retracement, which is 519.29, which is the Fibonacci from the lower lows. It could go up to 519 and go one more leg down to 364. So that's what it looks like before it can bounce back. So definitely SMCI, you can have trade it for the short terms, both on the upside and the downside, but definitely you don't, there's still some time for the long-term growth. But definitely if it can bounce back from 364, then we can see a good move up here. But let's see what happens. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Definitely these two stocks are pulling the NASDAQ down, and NASDAQ is definitely weaker of all the three indices. So that's what I wanted to share with you folks. So that I'll catch you in the next one.